It was a sunny afternoon at Crestwood University. The campus was decorated with golden ribbons and banners that read, "Class of the Year, you made it." Families gathered around, holding bouquets, balloons, and cameras. Laughter and applause echoed across the courtyard as students proudly donned their graduation gowns. But in the very center of all that joy, one girl sat quietly in her wheelchair, her cap perfectly placed, her hands resting still on her lap. Her name was Lena Donovan, the only daughter of billionaire CEO Richard Donovan, owner of Donovan Tech, one of the largest tech companies in the city. Lena's smile was soft but forced. She looked around at the clusters of families hugging, taking selfies, and celebrating together, and she tried not to let the ache in her chest show. Her father wasn't there. Again. He had texted her 2 hours ago. "Sorry, pumpkin. Emergency board meeting in London. Proud of you. We'll celebrate later." She read it so many times that the words began to blur. Lena had lost the use of her legs in a car accident 5 years ago, an accident that also took her mother's life. Since then, her father had buried himself in work, unable to face the memories, and though he provided her with every comfort money could buy, he was never there. She looked down at the diploma in her lap. She had worked so hard for it, fought through pain, therapy, and loneliness. And yet, as everyone else laughed and hugged their families, she felt invisible. Then she heard a soft voice beside her. "Hey, you dropped this." She turned and saw a man, tall, about mid-30s, with kind eyes and a few streaks of grey in his hair. He held out her graduation cap, which must have slipped from her wheelchair tray. "Oh, thank you," Lena said softly. "No problem," the man smiled. "Name's Ethan Cole. My son's graduating today too." He pointed to the stage, where a cheerful boy waved toward him. Ethan waved back, his eyes bright with pride. Lena smiled faintly. "You must be really proud." "I am," Ethan said. "He's been through a lot. Lost his mom when he was little, so today means the world to both of us." Lena's heart softened. "I'm sorry to hear that," Ethan shrugged gently. "We made it through. Life doesn't stop being beautiful just because it hurts sometimes." His words lingered in her chest like sunlight through clouds. A few minutes passed in silence, the comfortable kind. Then Ethan glanced at her empty side. "Your family couldn't make it." Lena swallowed. "My dad's busy. He's always busy." "Ah," Ethan said quietly, not prying further. But his eyes said everything. He understood what it meant to be alone in a crowd. When the ceremony ended, students rushed to their families. Cameras flashed, confetti flew. Lena sat still, watching everyone disappear into embraces. Ethan's son, Luke, ran over, diploma in hand. "Dad, we did it!" Ethan hugged him tight. "You did it, buddy. I'm so proud of you." Then Luke noticed Lena and smiled. "Hi, are you in our year too?" Lena chuckled softly. "I am. Congratulations. You should come take a picture with us," the boy said excitedly. No one should be alone on graduation day. Before she could protest, Ethan said, "If you're okay with it, we'd love to have you join." And for the first time that day, Lena felt seen. She smiled. "I'd love that." They took a few photos together, her, Ethan and Luke. She hadn't laughed like that in a long time. As the sun dipped lower, families began leaving. Ethan and his son were about to go when Lena's phone buzzed again. Another message from her father. "Flight delayed. Won't make it tonight. Proud of you always." Her hand trembled as she put the phone down. Ethan noticed, his expression softening. "Hey," he said gently, "how about we grab some coffee? Luke and I were heading to the cafe across the street. Best brownies in town. You shouldn't spend your graduation day alone." She hesitated, then nodded. "Okay." Inside the cafe, laughter came easy. Luke told stories about how his dad used to embarrass him at school events, and Ethan rolled his eyes, pretending to be offended. Lena laughed until her cheeks hurt. It wasn't a fancy dinner or a grand celebration, but it was warm. It was real. As they talked, Ethan learned about Lena's passion for robotics, how she designed an AI-assisted wheelchair as her thesis project. He listened with genuine admiration. "That's incredible," he said. "You've got a gift," she smiled shyly. "I just want to build things that help people like me." Ethan leaned forward. Then you already have more vision than most CEOs I've ever met. Lena looked up at him, not as someone pitying her, but someone believing in her. It had been a long time since anyone had done that. Hours passed without notice. When they finally left, night had fallen, the streetlights glowing softly. Ethan walked beside her, matching her pace. You know, he said quietly, you remind me of my late wife. She never let anything stop her, not fear, not pain. I think she would have liked you. Lena's heart ached, in a good way. Thank you, she whispered. Just then a black luxury car pulled up to the curb. The driver stepped out. Miss Donovan, your father sent me. Ethan blinked. Donovan, as in Richard Donovan? The tech magnate. Lena nodded awkwardly. Yeah, that's my dad. Ethan chuckled softly, shaking his head. Well, I'll be. Guess I had coffee with royalty today, she laughed. Hardly, he smiled. You're welcome to prove me wrong someday. Before she left, Luke ran up and hugged her. Bye, Lena. You're awesome. Her eyes shimmered. Bye, Luke. Ethan extended his hand. Take care of yourself, okay? Don't let the world convince you you're less just because it doesn't see your strength. She hesitated, then reached out and took his hand. Thank you for seeing me today. Always, he said simply. That night in the back of the car, Lena looked at the photo they'd taken together. Her, Ethan and Luke smiling like old friends. She smiled softly through her tears. When she reached home, her father was there unexpectedly, sitting on the couch, still in his suit. He looked up, eyes tired. I missed it again, he said quietly. I'm sorry, Lena. She took a deep breath, wiping her eyes. I know, Dad, but it's okay. Someone reminded me today that life doesn't stop being beautiful, even when it hurts. Her father looked puzzled. Who told you that? Lena smiled faintly. A single dad who sat beside me when no one else did. That night, Richard Donovan sat silently, realizing how far he'd drifted from the one person who needed him most. The next morning, he found her working in the garage, fine-tuning her robotic wheelchair model. He stood by quietly, then said, You said you wanted to help people like you. What if we made it happen? Together. Her eyes widened. What do you mean? I mean, he said, Donovan Tech will fund your design. You'll lead the project. She froze. Dad, no, he interrupted gently. You deserve this, and I'm sorry I wasn't there yesterday, but I want to start being there every day. Tears filled her eyes as she whispered, That means more than anything. And as she hugged him, for the first time in years, she knew that the kindness of a stranger had done what years of silence couldn't. It opened her father's heart again. Meanwhile, across town, Ethan looked at the photo from that day, smiling. He didn't know that the girl he'd comforted would soon launch a revolutionary project that would change thousands of lives. He only knew that. Sometimes, just sitting beside someone, when no one else will, can change everything.